We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Rosengarten, Washington, right tackle. Really fun player to watch in this class. I think he's kind of been underrated throughout this cycle, and he's starting to get more and more recognition. His athleticism is super rare. Like, he explodes out of his stance. He's explosive, great flexibility in the lower half, the hips, the ankle flexion, really good. It allows for elite recovery. He's got great balance in body control. Really all the great positives, I think, come in pass protection. Run blocking, there's still some work in progress things that we can, look through there. But the ability in pass protection to redirect, change directions, mirror and match, recover, it's all right there. He knows how to mix up his sets too. He'll get aggressive, sometimes he'll get patient. He's got good hand usage. Good job to, anchor, do things like that, reset those hands, get back in position. Even when slightly out of position, he's able to get back there very nicely with the reactive athleticism. A lot of stuff to really, really like with the athletic traits. Just look at this ability right here. Exploding out of his stance. He does this a lot with his sets. They would isolate him on an island with a guy, and he gets very aggressive in his sets. Engage, boom, with his hands there. Able to reset, maybe get slightly overextended, could have footwork a little bit better, but he's able to just instantly slow him down with that inside power hand, and then just get there, bring his feet across very quickly, and get back into a good position. And now you're just completely stonewalling this guy. Good flexion in that lower half. So many things to like. That athleticism is super, super rare. A lot of this video will be in pass protection just because there's a lot of his best plays are from there. He does some things, I think, as a run blocker at this level that was nice, but I think mostly really the pass protection really stands out. They let him on an island. Again, so much space to work with. He loves doing these aggressive sets, getting out there, getting engaged. Love the hand fighting, the ability to reset your hands. This guy gets low, starts to power, and you reset those hands underneath to regain your leverage and to anchor, and you just have active feet. His feet are always super active, which is really nice to get into, advantageous positioning. He explodes out of his stance right there. Feet tied with hands the whole way through. You can see him just, boom, look at that first step, and then he's just so under control the whole time too. Anytime he gets slightly out of position, he just gets back exactly where he needs to be. I think that can be one of his problems. He can be a little over aggressive at times in pass protection, but because he relies so much on his athleticism that he knows he can make up for it. So I think that is something maybe at the next level he can clean up a bit. I mean, he won't be doing these aggressive sets all the time at the NFL level, so not something I'm too worried about. But yeah, so much to like with Rosengarten's game when he gets those one-on-ones out in space. Look at these aggressive sets. And he sells them too. He'll mix it up. Sometimes it's the 45 degrees. Sometimes it's just a jump straight into him like that. And then usually he'll sell it, give one little step here, and this time he just shoots out into him. And 9 just doesn't know what to do, and he instantly stops it. Good hand placement too. Instantly within the chest, he hand fights, and then boom, just instantly resets, get right underneath where you want to. And you're just in a good, well-balanced position at this point. Good job with your base, everything there. And you just completely stop that right at the point of attack. Just love the mix-up with the sets that he's able to contribute. And that's, there's a lot of space. This is a pretty risky move because he gets out there right away, and there's a lot of space created right here that this guy could potentially get to the inside, but he's able to make it work. Another fun rep. A lot of this good stuff shown against Michigan State. Just another quality rep. Nothing too crazy here. It's just overall pretty solid technique. The first initial step out of stance, then gets aggressive, gets into it, but even with just one step, he gets aggressive towards him, and then he's already back in a well-balanced position. The athleticism, the burst to get there. Playing half a man, gets some nice, shots into the chest. He's definitely a tackle. And then, he's just sustaining. Good job, sustaining, straining, all that good stuff. You can see even some of that flexion in that lower half when he gets into those positions, the flexibility. These guys even stopped really wanting to pass rush versus him because he did such a good job just stonewalling, and they were just I'm just going to get my hands up. Here we can actually see a run blocking rep, one of the better ones that I saw on tape, him on the move as a puller because he's such a good athlete. This is probably where he could have most of his success in the running game is when he's being able to be on the move, whether it's a puller in a gap scheme stuff or maybe some outside zone where he can climb to the next level. I think he can do some solid things here. He can work on his aiming points at times, but here he does a better job just cutting this guy off, allowing his running back to do it at the outside. I think he needs to become more consistent in that area, but for the college level, he definitely did his job, but the pass protection is definitely where he is really, really able to stand out. His ability to redirect with his hands, his feet. And I like just seeing refs like this because we've seen the insane athleticism, the recovery where he gets aggressive and he has to go back. His feet are just with him the whole way. This time, just a little more of a patient set here. He doesn't completely take like a vertical set, but now he's just engaged and he's just sustaining the whole way. He's got a good base. He's got a good bend the whole time. He doesn't overextend. Good body lean, and he's just in the chest of this guy the whole time. He doesn't even have to reset his hands. Like seeing just some more basic reps just like that where he can just win with ease. He doesn't have to do anything super special too. And I think, he plays overall with some pretty, like, for being more of like an athlete, I still think he plays with some pretty good strength to him, and he's willing to play with some nastiness. I wouldn't say he's like the most nasty O-line I've watched, but there's just that rare athleticism that I think gives him a very good shot of being special at the next level. I really do think he's like a top 5 guy in this class. Also sees the game pretty well, understands like twist and stunts, sees this guy attack hard to the inside, shove him with your hands, get him to the air, eyes working for the looper. You find him slightly out of position here, and he's still able to get back into a good spot. Like, this is a tough spot to be in, right? So he gets them there, and then once he loses his balance, he's showing some flexibility in that lower half, some great body control. But once you get here, I've seen so many offensive linemen that are not that good slip and fall. They go to their knees in this situation. He just uses that right arm to still stonewall him. He's still over the top, and he's still able to stop him in his tracks and then get back into a solid positioning. His recovery, his athletic ability really, really shines in those situations. And then, last play we're going to look at here, another different type of set. Guy tries to attack a little more inside, so he stays really patient out of his stance there. Resetting the hands, get back into position. He resets that left inside hand, which is nice to see, while the right hand sort of like stays within that shoulder pad right there, right in the chest of the Oregon player. And his feet just the whole time are matching, mirroring. That guy has no chance to get to the quarterback. Just so much fun to watch him work in pass protection. Really, really exciting player. That rare athleticism pops all over the tape. The recovery skills, the flexibility, the burst out of your stance, the balance, the body control to get back into positioning with the great, footwork, really, electric feet. It's really, really fun to watch because there's not many offensive linemen when they're that good of prospects that show this type of athleticism and ability to recover. It's pretty rare in a lot of these classes, and he has that right away. And I think a lot of the best offensive linemen in the NFL, that's something they all possess. So I think it's something that translates really well to the next level. So Roger Rosengarten, big fan of his game. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going in the first round. It's a very good offensive lineman class, very good offensive tackle class. And I think, there's some guys that may be a little more well-rounded as like pass protection and run blockers that will still, sneak ahead of him. But I could see him sneaking in that first round, maybe be a second-round guy. Lots to like with his game. I feel like if you end up taking him, he has a very good chance of being a good player at the next level. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.